This is my daily driver for my office. Let's find out why. I'm Rio Gion and welcome to the channel. You know, at certain angles, this somewhat looks like a DOS keyboard with the rise right corner. So at this point, I guess you just kind of can't unsee that now. For a gaming keyboard, the font on this keyboard leans towards on the more professional side. I guess this is what those older gaming keyboards are like. The layout is an ISO layout, so finding keycaps replacement in the aftermarket might be harder. But I think they're starting to get more keycaps that cater more for this layout, so might not be so bad. It really depends on the market. There are media controls which are bound to the F key, so some of you might not like that. This is before everybody started copying Corsair, so this is the enclosed design where it's pretty hard to clean the keyboard, but it's easier to carry it around because you don't have those sharp edges. There's the Tesoro logo at the bottom of the keyboard, but the font isn't edgy, so I guess if you can tolerate that, but if you can't, you can just always remove it. The plastic look like brushed aluminum at certain angles, which is cool, but when you touch it, you know it's plastic. Also, there's a pattern towards the right corner and the piano black where the indicator lights are. This keyboard rocks the Cherry MX Brown. This is the older Cherry MX Brown where it feels more tactile, or at least this is what I believe, because when I use the newer batch of MX Brown, they don't feel as tactile, or it's just me going crazy. Since it's the MX Brown, you can expect the keyboard to last about 50 million keystrokes or some kind of similar number. But let's be honest here, the keyboards will most likely last longer than you do. Unless you torture the thing every single day, that's a different story. The light is on top of the switch, so I get this feeling of me pressing the lights every single time when I press the key, so I feel like the lights don't last that long. Then again, it's been 3+ years with this thing and nothing has happened yet, so kind of knock on wood for that. In terms of typing experience, I like this more than the newer MX Brown because it's more tactile that I've used to so far. I feel like it's the perfect amount of resistance and tactility. Like, it's tactile enough to the point where I feel it's really good to type, and I can go fast on the keyboard without feeling the accidental double tapping. Also, it's not as stiff as the clone Brown switches. I don't remember using the Gateron Browns yet, so this opinion might change. If you guys do remember that, leave a comment down below. Anyways, here's what the keyboard sounds like. Unfortunately, this keyboard has the Co-Star stabilizer, so it's a pain trying to clean the damn thing, which is probably why it's looking like how it is. A good way to tell if a keyboard is my daily driver or not is the condition of the keyboard. If it looks really clean, chances are it's probably not, because once I'm done with it, it's gonna go back to the owner. I would prefer to have Cherry stabilizer, but oh well, just gotta deal with it. There should be a wrist rest, but I don't have it. Anyways, the flip-up feet do have rubber on them, so the keyboard should be planted at both angles. There are supposed to be 4 rubber pads to keep the keyboard planted, but one of them is gone. I don't know why. There are 2 USB slots and there's only 1 USB port, which is rare, but these USB slots are low power, so you can only use like a mouse or something similar. I actually tried a USB thumb drive, it didn't work. So let me know if it works for you. There are audio pass-through, which is cool, it's worth mentioning if some of you out there might need to use something like that. The cable is braided and the braiding is wearing off, as you can see. The USB tip is gold, so some of you might like that and others might not. To my knowledge, this keyboard is plug and play, so I don't think there's a software for it. From my time using it, I think it's a great keyboard for office use because MX Brown isn't loud, so it doesn't bother people around me. For the money, it's really good because I bought it used for like 30 bucks. If you want something similar, I think there's a RGB one that's going for 90 bucks, so it's actually not bad considering it uses cherry blue. I might want to get my hands on that for a future video, so keep an eye out for something like that in the future. Overall, I think it's a great keyboard, and here's hoping for another 3+ years. Anyways, if you like the content, you want to help me out, hit the like, hit subscribe, click the bell, see more content. You guys stay awesome.